Hi there. In this video journal, I will be talking about the behavior characteristics in autism that I have observed with my students so far. The first characteristic I'll talk about is his STEM behavior. He does often not really flap his hands, but he will zoom them by his face during class time when he's talking to other people and when he's on his break, kind of like drive them by real quick so he can, I think it's more of a visual STEM for him than actually flapping or a physical one to kind of help his body get to the right place. Another characteristic that I have seen is verbally he will script certain things that he wants to say. And he also will, if someone else repeats him or finishes his sentence, he will say, no, no, me, that's what I'm going to say. He gets very upset. He doesn't like when other people say certain things or repeat him when he tries to interact. For example, if he says a line from a movie and you say the line after what he said, he will get very upset and want you to stop talking. For both of these, since we're supposed to also discuss what has been done with these behaviors, typically what we'll do is for the verbal, when he requests nicely and says, no, stop talking, we will honor that request since he is using his words. For the STEM behavior, we allow him to do that on breaks and if it's not interfering with his doing his work. But if it does become where it interferes and he's not completing a task, we redirect him back to the task. So if he's working at one of the aides small groups, they will just remind him to keep working, pick up your pencil, start writing on your paper, that it's his turn to read, so that essentially we're telling him what he should do instead of what he should not be doing. We're not telling him to stop flapping or something to that effect. Another behavior that we see is he does have routine and kind of rituals that he likes to do. And we notice that he does typically like to have multiple of something. So for a break, if he's earned a break, he will choose, instead of to play with a toy, he will choose to have a bunch of chalk and he likes to pour them, line them up, stack them. So he will choose chalk, colored pencils, crayons, markers, things to that effect. He does occasionally, if they're in the classroom, he has chosen Legos, which are a toy, but he doesn't use them in the proper way as a toy. He will choose to stack them and line them up instead. For that, we do allow him to do that on a break, but we do not allow that if it is a classroom activity. So we really try to define when it's classroom and work time, it's teacher's choice and you need to do what the group is doing, be a part of the group. And when you have earned a break, then it's your choice and you can use items the way you would like. And he seems fine with that. He's able to differentiate. Another behavior that we've noticed is he will often take off his shoes. So I think he does sensory-wise something. He doesn't like the way they feel or his feet get too hot. We do allow that in the classroom, but he does need to put his shoes on when we leave the classroom, which he has been okay with. Again, he can differentiate and follow that rule. Some more difficult behaviors, I guess, more intense behaviors that he has engaged in are if he does not like the activity that we're doing, he will elope. He does not elope out of the classroom. He will just stay in the classroom and kind of run around and have verbal protests where he says no. These elopements have only seemed to last a few minutes. What has been done to redirect them is we'll give him a few chances, maybe 2 or 3 redirections, and then the teacher will set a timer, or the classroom aide will set a timer and let him know that however much time he is eloping is time that he owes during recess to finish the activity that he is trying to stay away from. And usually that only takes about 30 seconds, and he'll get back on track and go back to the group and complete the activity to earn his break and keep his recess. And then the other difficult behavior that we've seen is a little bit of self-injury. I'm not sure that it's to hurt. It seems more attention seeking or avoidance, where if he's given a direction he doesn't like, he will look right at the person and kind of hit his head, hit his face to see what they'll do. We have ignored the behavior and redirected back to task. So when he's doing it as an avoidance, I've only seen it once, maybe twice, and then he usually will comply with the direction or the redirection. And he also has done it because another student laughed. So it was kind of done in a social way. That was reminded that that can hurt, that's not okay, and redirected to interact in a more appropriate way. Like tell a joke to get someone to laugh instead of hitting yourself. So that is, I believe, all of the behavior characteristics that I've seen thus far with my student I am observing. So that does complete my video journal for this week. Thank you.